The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Four yards remain for second down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Check.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third and short yardage. Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards.
6-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 26 yards. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
To kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run with the North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. In on the stoppage to hear Whitehead.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Love. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Play action. Haskins. And Latimer's got it. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
Washington.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins. And this is Latimer, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that way.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love taking it in. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 29, Bridgewater. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
And at the 11-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Right there, 54, right there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Tackle made.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. They go play action with Haskins. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
They go play action now. Haskins. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Haskins. And he gets it complete to Latimer. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards that time.
4 yards. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, Bridgewater. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again with Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
2nd and 12. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
This time, Haskins will look to throw. This is caught by Latimer. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Haskins will throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 67 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Cooper on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cooper on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To DJ Moore.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 4.
Got his target, Samuel. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Slide to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
On play action, Haskins. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Washington.
From midfield now, Haskins. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
On the handoff. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At the 33-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Off play action. Haskins being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Bridgewater.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 33 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brought down by trade.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers.
First down.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout.
Brings up
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Haskins pass.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
But it's
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
first down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is Love. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Eli Apple.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Today's final score.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the in blood.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. His first carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He was taken down.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down. It's Hines, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. This is Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Indy. 49 yards on the ground. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He's going to let this one go for Latimer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quick six.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off the play fake. Haskins. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And that's complete. It sends. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
For 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
49.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cody Latimer there to make the grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Open man is Trey Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A first down throw here for Rivers. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Rivers. And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
That's the reason we ball for.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this 3rd quarter of play. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, Love. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On the carry, it's Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff for Washington.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Gain on the play. And it's third down.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Complete to Paris Campbell.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Back at the 27.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They run again with Hines. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Third and long for Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Hines. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Complete to Hilton. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They run with Hines. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Chase Young.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
Point after.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
They'll try and run it up the middle, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well, and popped it free from his grasp.
And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Here's Rivers. This is Johnson. He's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? In the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
27.
Well, going into the final